All right. Well, I'm Rich West. I am the board president, and I am delighted to welcome the distinguished members of the Fast Forward Charter High School Board of Trustees. Why don't we let's start with Alex, and you can just give me your name and we'll roll around here and make sure everybody gets.
Sounds good. Alex Garrett, Vice Principal.
Jill Lowe, principal.
Ryan Marchant, business manager.
Lynn Hobbs, board member.
Hannah Zollinger, past parent.
No, hold it. You're still a parent.
Still a
That doesn't
parent.
go away.
That doesn't ever change. Sorry.
No, I haven't gotten rid of any tours.
You haven't.
I just want to clarify. All right. Well, here we go. We've got a quorum, right?
Mhm.
Yep.
Then anybody see a need to change anything on the agenda? She'll look over it.
I would like to add one thing that we actually did post to the state, so I know we can add it. It's actually on the state, but it's just, we're going to talk a little bit about a mortgage pay down today, just a little bit, just a discussion for mortgage pay down. So that would be the only thing that I would want to add, but it is, we did post that to the state webpage, so.
Okay. And that I assume is an information item, or does it need?
I think we might vote on it. We might vote on that today. We have we'll see what you guys want to do.
Okay.
I'm gonna make a proposal and then you guys can decide.
If it has to do with what it says it has to do with, that sounds like a good
idea, huh?
idea.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see.
All right. Well, let's see. We've taken care of item none.
Right.
The welcome and roll call. So item number 2, financial report. This doesn't require any action. It's
No.
an information item.
Mhm.
So Ryan, we'll turn that
Yeah.
to you.
Well, hopefully you've had a chance to review this. I won't go through it. I'll go through it here quick, but you can see things are going really well for our school. Alex, you want to just revenues are above, expenses are a little bit above. We'll go to our net income there real quick.
This one.
Yeah, I hate to say it, my eyes are getting.
Is it the cash
my
end
eyes are
of-
getting bad. Now scroll up just a little bit to what our net incomes, but yeah, this is fine. You can see our cash position, and this is kind of lead into, the mortgage pay down and stuff. You can see our cash position is increased substantially over the years, and even in the last 6 months has increased quite a bit. And we'll still, between now and the end of the year, we'll probably still add $200,000 or $300,000 to our cash position. So, anyway, as far as the financial report, we're within our budget. We're doing well. There are some areas that we've, overspent in some areas with the extra duty contracts and also with some of our benefits that we've just kind of been over. Health insurance is another big one health insurance costs went up a great deal that we've talked about too. So there are
Happening in my personal budget too, by the way.
I know. Yeah, I think we kind of all felt that same pain. But our funding has gone up too because our headcount, as you can see, our headcount there has gone up a lot too over the years. I mean, just kind of shows you that a lot of kids want to come to Fast Forward because we offer great programs.
Is this a big jump?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
So our
Yeah.
October 1 was more in line with what you'll see, and we are pretty close, probably about 20 to 40 kids over where we were at this time last year. So as the year continues, this number is more.
Is always higher than our October,
Yes,
but
yeah.
Yeah, so our ADM will be higher, which is good, because it helps our funding going into the next year. It looks like we have 182 seniors. That's a lot of graduating kids, but the last year our senior class was big too. So I mean, another big graduation. You can see we've spent about $3 million of our 5.1 budget. We'll probably come back and re-ratify a budget just for some of these overages that we have and with a little more explanation when we approve our FY27 budget. We're kind of working on that now, but we won't have anything finalized on the revenue side until the end of the legislative session. So we'll just come back to that, but that'll probably be in May or June when we'll come back to the board just approve everything and make sure that the board's aware of all the spending that we've done, and then also to what the plan is going forward. So, and then behind that's just the financial statements. You can see our balance sheet. I want to talk about this for just a second, Alex. And we have three essentially buckets of money that we're spending right now. Two of them are interest bearing, and one's just a checking account. So we try to keep as little money around in our checking account just for day-to-day operations. So we only get about 100, well, at the end of January, we had about 150,000 in that. We do have a money market account that's paying us just 3%, and that's $2.3 million. And then our certificate of deposit with the bank as well is $1 million, and that's about that's maybe 3.5%, not quite there. So you can see our total cash balance is almost $3.5 million. And you would assume if you're having the kind of growth that we're having, of course you're gonna increase your balance sheet too. So anyway, those are just kind of the areas that we have our dollars in. They are gaining interest for us. Actually, we probably have enough interest that we're earning that we're paying the interest portion on our mortgage every month.
Ryan, can I interrupt
Mhm.
just long enough to welcome Teresa?
Yeah. You bet.
I'd like the record to show that Teresa has now joined us.
My apologies for
us?
being late. I
Waving.
just barely got in the house.
I can't tell. I can only see you.
It's on our end, Teresa. Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
There we go. We can hear you now, Teresa.
Okay. I'm sorry I'm late.
Well, welcome. We're glad to have you.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Okay, back to Ryan.
Yeah. So that's basically the financial report. Look through that. Len, do you have any questions? Me and Len usually meet before.
No, I just was looking over there's
Mhm.
several items that were over, but
Yeah, there are.
I know we didn't have a chance today to
meet.
do our meeting normal, so, but that's the only thing that,
Yeah, we have, and we probably do have more people working here than our original budget. We've had some extra duty contract stuff too that we need to
yeah,
probably come back and have the board re-ratify on that, and we will, just because of additional students have come in,
yeah,
just more programs that we
Yeah.
try to offer kids. One cool thing, and I'll let Jill talk about this. I think we're talking about driver's ed, but that's another thing that we had that was an expense to us, but it's been a big benefit for our kids. So anyway, there are several areas like that we're kind of over, and I tried to hit some explanation on it in the wording up above, but if you do have a specific question, I can certainly tie that down for you and
No.
let you know.
I was just curious, that answered a lot of my questions, I didn't know how much we had in the money market and
Yeah.
the CDs, so that, because I was thinking, well, if we're getting up there and it's just sitting in the
Yeah.
bank, we ought to probably take some and put it,
Yeah.
into into CDs or whatever.
Yeah.
So,
And I think that's part of the discussion too, is like, let's take some of that money market money. And I think, as we talk, I think that's the discussion that we'll have when we talk about the mortgage pay down.
Okay.
I think that'll be something we vote on, but this is just the financial report, and then we can go into that
Yeah.
item when we get there. So any questions on the financial report? I mean, there's a lot more to it than what I talked about, but again, I don't want to dominate if there were major concerns or issues, then I would spend more time, but
There wasn't anything.
I think things are going
Yeah.
well.
Well, you've already answered a question that I always ask, and that is, what are the
Yeah,
friction points, the troubles,
yeah,
the areas of concern, things we ought to be looking at? And I think you've said we're in pretty good shape, top to bottom.
I think we are. Again, I always worry about, just making sure that we have segregation of duties, like the spending on the credit card and Jill signing off on that and reviewing that stuff, so that we just want to make sure that the dollars that are going out here are well spent and accounted for, and that there's not any, thing that, there was this article about Utah State in the paper last week that I read, and And
Really?
you just never, I mean, you just never know, I mean, things can happen. So,
Some of us knew.
This don't look
Yeah.
like no $600,000 type.
Exactly.
We've had a couple of presidents over the years who
yeah,
Questionable.
have aggrandized their circumstances.
Yeah.
It's not that they've walked away with money in their pocket, but they have
yeah,
spent more money on certain things than was
Yeah.
advisable.
yeah. Well, and I
But
don't,
we do have really nice toilets in their offices.
oh, that's good.
I bet.
They got gold plated, I'm wondering.
Jill has one, but it's just porcelain. So.
Yeah. It's not that fancy.
But anyway, but stuff like that. I mean, we're clearly our budget's a lot smaller than there, I mean, by a long margin, but still the concept I think is the same as far as just making sure that dollars are well spent. And it's something that I think about quite a bit now that we have, for our school, our size, significant amount of money around. It needs to be at least earn an interest and then, you know, what do we need at the school to benefit kids? I mean, that money's here for the benefit of the school and the kids and well, like, what's the strategy there? And the stuff that we talk about as far as just like making sure that we're good stewards of the resources that we have. I think we have that responsibility. So, and that's kind of what kind of brought me into the mortgage payment. I mean, like, what I think that's a good take some of that money and pay down some of our mortgage because it's a higher interest rate, than what we're getting in some of these other interest bearing accounts, and it sets the school up on a better long-term trajectory, in my opinion. But anyway,
I think one thing that concerns me is the insurance. We're gonna have to watch that real close. 27% jump this year, just
huge.
that is just unbelievable.
Yeah.
Rude.
Yeah.
I should have done some things health-wise before the turn of the year,
Yeah.
because starting January, I got some real,
You saw it too.
oh, it's incredible.
That's what our for some reason, and the Cache Valley's been on the opposite side of this in years where it's been like, for some reason, Cache Valley came in lower than the state this year. Cache Valley came in higher than the rest of some of my, like East Hollywood and some of the other schools down there came in at, I think it was like, well, still, 18 to 20%, but for some reason, Cache Valley was 27% for us. But across the board, everybody got hit with increases. I
Yeah.
mean, that's just the way it was. So, but yeah, that's
Shouldn't
kind of
happen to old people though.
no, especially if you sit on the fast forward board. I mean, not that you're old, but
Yes,
Yes.
I am.
You don't look
I'll
it.
admit it.
Yes.
you can't change what the reality.
It's true.
All right.
that's the financial report. Unless anybody has any questions.
Any further questions from any of you? All right, let's roll to the next item. This is item number 2, fraud risk assessment. Ryan's up again.
Okay, yeah. So we'll go through this first. We do this every year because the state auditor requires us to upload it. And we're always at 355 because we don't have I'm not a CPA. And I guess I could go back and change that. Or actually, I don't even need to. I could go take the CPA exam now. Utah doesn't require you to have a master's. But anyway, we'd be 10 point higher if we'd had something like that. But you can see where the areas that we do and the areas that we don't, and it's 355 or low risk. We do have good segregation of duties. I think we're completing all of these things as outlined.
We had a couple of items a few years ago that we changed, didn't we, and made a matter of policy so that
Yeah, we did. Yeah, and we
Mhm.
infected those. Yeah. So
Good.
really, the two things. I mean, we don't have an internal audit function because we're not a district. I mean, I guess you could, in theory, my thought was we could check that and say we use the State Department of Internal Audit. I don't know. I didn't check it just because I didn't even know how that would be viewed. But I think the two areas you can see the ones, and there's nothing I mean, I guess we could do something about it, but I feel good about our risk level where we are right now. And we do have a hotline, and that does go to the internal audit function at the state office. So I mean, in a way, that's kind of who I guess we would use.
So what are the implications? If we were to check that formal internal audit
Mhm,
function,
mhm.
um, somebody has to verify that, I assume.
Yeah,
Do we just give them a report and tell them this is what our formal function is, so this is how we do it?
pretty much. Except they did add this item as on our audit review last year. So actual external auditor reviewed a lot of these things with us to make sure that we had that. So they did review it. In the past, yes, you could probably check anything you wanted on here, and no one was going to come back and actually check it. This last year, they did start having our Squire and company verify some of these things. So
So would Squire, would they, if the way they review us,
yeah,
would they say we're justified in giving a check mark in item number 8 or not?
I don't know. That's a good question. I haven't asked that one.
Hmm.
I'll ask them this year. I
What's the advantage if we
Yeah.
do check 8? We have one more
what-
check in the box.
Yeah,
Is
that's-
there any
all.
That's
advantage?
it. I don't think it's gonna do any, it's semantics at this point. I think
Okay.
it doesn't matter.
All right.
Yeah, so
Doesn't give us a better,
no, I think if you look at we're already in the lowest risk quadrant. So I don't think it's gonna make that big of a difference. So
okay. All right.
okay. You do need to, Alex, you want to scroll down just a little bit further? This just shows our segregations of duties, just a question that we have to do, making sure that we do segregate some of these things so that we do have internal functions that function properly, like with payroll with credit cards, stuff like that. So I think we've talked about that enough over the years. Payroll's prepared by Kristen that works up here, and then she'll send it to I have another assistant down in Salt Lake that prepares it, and then I review it and actually upload it. And then credit card, Jill, we only have one card. And Jill pre-approves or approves the purchase and sign off on, and then it's reconciled every month. And did I miss anything on that, Jill?
I don't think so.
All of our expenses have Jill's signature for the most part. So anyway, that's the fraud risk assessment. I do need to upload it to the state auditor's webpage, and I think they require a vote. Pretty sure they do. So anyway, any questions on that?
No.
Okay.
Great.
No.
Wonderful. Moving to item number 3, LEA specific license. Jill.
That's me. Okay. You have the document.
Yep.
Who did we need to have approved though?
Josiah for health
Just,
too.
was that it?
Yep. Everyone else has been.
So we have to have our board approved teachers that are not highly qualified in certain areas. Today we needed Josiah Andrade for health 2 approved. He is working on getting endorsed to teach health 2. And he works underneath a qualified health teacher here at the school, who's our school counselor. So that's what we need to vote on today is if we approve Josiah Andrade to teach health 2.
And teach us what the criteria are, so to speak. In other words, how do we make
Kind of
this decision?
Process. So Josiah currently, he's got his bachelor's degree.
Anesthesiology.
Yeah, kinesthesiology. He is currently taking classes to become highly qualified in health 2. So right now, all of his curriculum, he reviews with our school counselor who is approved to teach health. So between the two of them, they prepare the curriculum and he presents it to the class. So it's kind of under her guidance that he teaches the class. So as soon as he is done with his health science endorsement, then we won't need him to be on this
So this
LEA
is-
specific.
Bridge action in a sense.
Yes,
No one's at risk because he's well supervised.
right. Yeah. Yep. He
Makes a lot of
He does a
sense.
great job, but yes.
Good.
Well, do we have any questions? Because if we don't, someone ought to make a motion that we approve this license request.
I will make the motion that we approve Josiah Andrade to teach Health 2 as he's working on his classes and stuff that he approved to teach.
I will second that motion.
Thank you, Hannah. We have a motion that's been seconded now, so I'll call for the question. Those in favor of this motion signify by either raising your hand, saying aye, waving, whatever makes sense. Yes, aye.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, opposed? I don't think it's possible for anybody to oppose because everybody said aye.
Yes.
All right. So, driver's education policy and fees.
Okay. Like Ryan said, we have started a driver's ed class this year, which is huge for our students. Very
You got a good wait
exciting.
list for that one.
Yes, we do. And in doing so, the state requires us to make a policy, put a policy together, which is up here on the board. It's very much similar to most driver's ed policies around the state. I don't know that there's anything different than that ours has in it that no other places have. Because the state is very strict on what we have to have in it, the amount of time behind the wheel, the amount of time in the classroom. Will you go to the bottom, Alex, where the fee is talked about? So we have driver's ed fee. So I'll ask Ryan to help if he sees he needs to. We're a no fee school, but we do have to. Ryan and I have worked pretty closely with Audra from the state on establishing a fee for kids to take driver's ed. So this is what the driver's ed fee is for the classroom instruction and behind the wheel is $250. If students just need to come drive, they can come drive for $150. So that's what we've got that we need to approve.
And we don't charge a fee here for anything else,
Mm-mm.
like
No.
nothing else, but there is quite a bit of, we're paying,
Cost.
who are the two people that are doing
So
it?
Zach Lewis and Drake Fonua.
And they've gone
Or
through all
our
the
drivers,
training,
yeah.
and they've done all the training, we bought the car,
Yeah.
they wrote a grant. So we have everything, but there is quite a bit of drive time with these.
Yeah, teacher
students in it.
cost,
So it's a pretty
yeah.
big cost driver for us. But this is not something that's, I mean, look, if there's a kid that comes to us and can't afford this, we're probably gonna, I mean, if they're on a fee waiver, they can still get it.
Mhm.
So, the idea is not to punish anybody or keep them away from doing that, but there is, I think it's fairly
It is a
reasonable.
choice,
And
yeah,
anywhere
yeah.
else you can, $250, but this is something that wouldn't necessarily come on a regular fee
Mhm.
schedule that they would look at and say, your
Yeah.
school charges fees.
Not
This would be
necessarily.
This is extra
extracurricular.
curriculum.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's
that's
exactly
what,
right.
and Kelly's our front office secretary is amazing. The kids that maybe don't have the money right now to take it, she sets up like a payment schedule. It's been great so far.
How many
I'm
students?
really excited that you're offering it. I can remember when
Yes.
Brian and Joanne were in school, and I think Joanne took driver's ed at Mountain Crest or something, but I paid for private lessons for Brian and I'll bet I paid $3 or $350 for his lessons, and I'm just excited that you're able to offer it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are too. Our students are very excited, and a lot of families don't want to go back to the district they came from to take driver's
It's
ed.
hard to get
Yeah.
into the district,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, so
Right.
it's been
Yes.
very accessible for our kids, so it's
Be another
life-changing. Yeah, life-changing.
How many students are involved?
What do we have the class capped at? I think we have about 25 kids
Oh, that's really good.
every
correct.
term.
That's really good.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's more than I thought.
Me too.
Yeah. Yeah, and it will, yeah, I anticipate the next couple years we'll have pretty full classes trying to get them through before they graduate, so.
Are there any liability concerns?
I don't know.
It's covered under state risk management.
Mhm.
We do
Yeah,
know that.
I don't think there is. I think as long as it's under state risk, I think we're fine.
Yeah.
I think as long as your teachers are trained,
Yeah,
We've got
they
the-
went through the training and
they've gone to
everything.
training, and then you're
Yeah.
driving an approved vehicle, which
Yeah.
we've done all of that.
Mhm.
We're just driving. In fact, we bought the vehicle from
The
The
It
district.
comes from the
The
military
district
academy.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have everything that's been approved. So
What are the implications given a bill that I think is being considered by the state legislature right now to lower the driving age a year?
oh,
Oh, wow.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's down to
Sounds like a
15.
terrible decision.
That'll
I'm
just
not in
make
favor.
our wait
by the
list
way.
bigger, but
I think things are crazy enough out there
I don't
already.
think you need a 15-year-old driving.
yeah.
Wow.
I've had 3 of
But
those.
that
It's against
could-
my better judgment.
That
That would jump the,
Yeah, our enrollment up for driver's ed. Yeah.
For sure.
I don't know. I know I probably can speak for Teresa. If you're a farm family, you've got kids driving when they my kids have been driving for years.
since you're,
Way before legal age.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, we're, out in the sticks, so it's not like they're driving around Logan
Yeah,
and a lot of
right.
the driving is done here on the farm, but
Right.
yeah, I wouldn't be excited about licensing 15-year-olds.
Yeah.
I would
But-
not be
Yeah,
excited
Alex-
about that.
Alex brought he reminded me of a good point. All of our kids that took the first class, 100% of them passed their driving test,
That was
which
good.
is great. Yeah. So
that's good.
yeah. Yeah. They're doing a great job. Our teachers are doing a great job. So
Well, that's good.
all right.
That's great.
Is there a motion?
I make a
approve
motion
this?
to. Yes, I'll make a motion to approve the driver's ed program.
I'll
Great.
second.
Good. We have a second and a third. I think based on that, it's hard to suggest a vote, but we're going to do it anyway. Those in favor of the motion, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
I heard everyone, so no opposition. Good, motion passes.
That's good.
All right, Alex, the 2027 school year calendar. Is
Yeah.
that possible already?
possible.
Yeah.
Logan approved through tentative 2028 at one
Wow.
of their last board meetings. So
Oh, they got a lot of courage. I'm
What
not
you got
sure I'll
going
ever
on
see it
today,
in 28.
yeah. So we followed Logan's. We actually started the exact same date as Logan this, if you guys approve the calendar for 2027. So it'll be August 19th, and then we will get out of school on May 28th, which is later this year, but it's because Memorial Day is until the 31st. So it's kind of a late Memorial Day. Teachers will be back on the 17th and 18th with new teacher on the 14th. So it's pretty much in keeping with all the previous calendars that we've submitted before you guys, and all of our breaks, I believe, this year line up with both districts, Logan and Cache. So
I think that's great.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Good.
It's a advantage for
Yeah,
families.
it is for
Yeah.
sure.
it is
Definitely.
interesting that still fall break appears to be a week earlier, but it is what all the schools are doing.
Mhm.
So
Really?
I don't really know what happened or why it changed, but that's
It is a week
the
early.
weekend now.
So we're aligned primarily with Logan,
Logan.
but you mentioned that Cache is the same schedule.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
For the most part, yep.
I appreciate that now that we have grandkids and
Oh,
3 local.
In
Yeah.
both
School.
districts, yeah.
Like I think the difference for Cache was I think they actually go until the 22nd of December, whereas we end the 18th, so we get a full 2 weeks. I could be wrong on that. I know they had a vote.
Mhm.
Jill had some of her kids go there, and so they were voting on which calendar parents wanted more of. So, but either way, it will line up pretty close.
Nice.
Any other unusual issues about this that we ought to know about?
Nope. I think everything else is pretty in keeping, we did switch last year to having parent-teacher conferences on Thursdays rather than Wednesdays because we noticed that the Thursday after a parent-teacher conference, attendance was pretty low typically. And now we encourage all those kids that are either failing, when parents meet with them, they tell them, hey, tomorrow's Friday, have them come in and get caught up. And we actually saw an increase in Friday attendance after that. So it's kind of we traded a poorly attended regular school day for a well-attended Friday. And then teachers have 3 consecutive instruction days back to back. And so teachers have
I
been
like
happy,
that.
students have been
I
happy.
think that's better.
I think it's been really nice.
Good
So
administrative move.
it
Makes
came
sense.
from
Yeah.
Tyson Budge.
Yeah.
Shout out Tyson Budge. He's one of our
Yeah.
teachers. He
One
was
of
like,
our
why don't we
teachers
do this?
Suggested it, yeah.
I'm like, okay.
Good, good.
What does Tyson teach?
He does some CTE law enforcement classes.
He's
Kids
a good,
love it.
He's a great guy.
He's a
They do
great
love
guy.
it.
Yeah, kids love it.
Definitely favorite.
He is.
Any questions on the proposed calendar?
No.
Is there a motion to accept?
I'll motion to accept.
Thank you, Hannah. Second and a second. Those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
I
No opposing vote needed because you can't do both. If you say aye, you can't say no.
Nay.
Motion passes. Great. Principals report, Jill.
Well, I mainly wanted to talk about driver's ed, but we talked about that. We've got graduation coming up on May 20th. It's Wednesday, May 20th. Yep. So put that on your calendars, please.
What day of the week is it?
It's a Wednesday.
The senior luncheon too.
Oh, what day is that?
It would
Tuesday?
be the Monday.
We're gonna do our senior graduation lunch for our graduates. You're welcome to attend. That's on
Okay.
Monday. Is that at 5?
Yeah. So
5
yeah,
o'clock?
dinner.
Is that at the fairgrounds still?
I think location is still TBD.
Yeah, we'll let you
for
know
this
more
year.
information, but please come if you can. We do that to celebrate our graduates. It's been a fun thing we started the last couple of years. So.
Where is graduation? Is it going to be the
It's in the same spot as
Okay.
last year up in the Danes Concert
Danes.
Hall.
Mhm.
Yes. We have got, our driver's ed, that's what's happening. Our FCCLA group is getting ready to start and go to state. They have a good time doing that, so.
That'll be exciting.
Yeah. We just got done with the winter gala, our dance here for the winter, and it was wonderfully attended. Kids had a good time, came out decked to the nines. I pulled out a prom dress. Just kidding. My niece.
Wow.
I thought about it, but
At least
anyway. Yep. Anyway, that's all I've got. So,
Hmm.
can you think of anything I missed?
No, it's been, and knock on wood, it's been pretty quiet. We've just
Yeah.
been going through term
Yeah.
4.
Yeah.
It's been good.
So
Wonderful.
now just
You guys are amazing.
thank you. Thank
You are.
They're good faculty, good staff.
I appreciate you changing the board meetings to Monday so I can attend.
Fine.
Yeah.
Looks like I'm gonna miss another graduation service, but
All
What?
right. Lynn, you're the
This-
guy again.
You mean I have to stand up in your place?
Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
I'm gonna have to come up with a bill to send you or
I'm
something.
gone.
Yeah. When you do such a good job.
Yeah, he does.
We might as well have a guy who has authentic credibility as well.
Oh my goodness.
So well done.
Well,
Well, at
You're
least
the-
it's one of
you're
you
the
guys.
guy.
It's been one of you guys for going back forever.
Mhm.
Well,
Great.
I'm grateful to you for
Oh, I'll tell you,
taking that.
the graduation here has always touched me.
Yeah.
I'd sooner go to 100 of these than one of the others.
I know.
I mean,
really
that's
enjoyed it
how-
last year.
They're
Yeah,
fun.
they are so heartfelt.
Yeah.
But it is.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, I
You look
agree.
around that crowd and you see parents crying and just so happy and everything. And
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
go to a regular, I mean, oh yeah, we gotta go there
Yeah.
tonight. You know, it's not,
Yeah.
it's not the same. It's not.
You're absolutely right. There's this very special,
It's
Yeah.
very different. I
Feeling,
sat
and
through
it-
3 last year.
Yeah.
and I hate
Yeah.
missing it.
We miss you.
Well, how about mortgage pay down?
Yeah, last item. You saw our cash position, and I don't know if this needs an official vote. We can certainly vote on it, or I just wanted to see what the board's thoughts were. Our current mortgage is about $1.7 million. It's at 4%, 4.12 to be exact. And to be honest with you, it's that way until we pay our mortgage off in 2042. So our rate's not going up, I mean, it's a great rate. We're in a good position one way or the other. I mean, our mortgage payments for us, it's $13,000 a month. It's almost immaterial in our budget now. But nonetheless, we still have a $1.7 million mortgage out there, and interest rates are okay, but it's not 4%, you know. We have to be really conservative with our money, with what we can do with it. I mean, we can't go buying SkyWest stock or whatever, do stuff like that. So really, you're kind of limited on what you can do with some of your cash, and we can keep. My suggestion would be keep the lion's share of that around, just to be able to do, if something came up or if our student head count went down or whatever. But I also think that we could start really, if we paid $500,000 off the next 3 years in our building, we could own our building in 3 years essentially, which would be huge. I think for the future of Fast Forward, I know I'm not going to be here forever. I know you two probably will, and these guys will be, but I would love to be able to. I would love to be able to say we paid our building.
Yeah, he's not going.
Where are you going? You're not
I'm
going anywhere.
You've got
You
bigger,
try to
better
move
plans.
out.
Yeah.
Had it.
Someday.
You gonna be 40 this year?
He's
Yeah.
just a kid.
I'm in my 50s
29.
now.
Oh, you've
I know,
got
I'm getting
another
older.
20 years, so don't even think about
I
it.
told him
50s, eh?
he's not going.
But
You're at
anyway,
least 20.
I think I remember 50s.
You gotta be here 10 years after I'm up on Boot Hill, so we'll put it that way.
That's actually pretty
I'm
good.
gonna be out.
Oh,
He's
that's
gonna
not
bury
bad.
me out in her pasture somewhere.
That'll be cheaper.
You can push it
That'll
behind.
be so wonderful.
Yeah.
Next to the cats and the dog.
Well, that'd be a
Yeah.
nice place to be.
We need a little bigger shoebox.
Yeah.
That's all dependent.
I'll put you in a grain bag, I guess.
Yes, I
Big
don't
grain.
know, you'd probably have to have one up from the top and one at the
I've
bottom.
got big totes now. They're pretty big, but
So Ryan, is this like a formal proposal that we
Well, I
that would
wanted to.
knock 500,000 off this
Yeah.
year?
Yeah, that would be the proposal, basically saying between now and the end of the year, let's put $500,000 on a mortgage. And pay and get it down to 1.2, essentially is what it would be. And then the next year, we look at it again, but if you look at our numbers, we're gonna have another fairly good year next year, just because it's lining up that way, right, with our numbers. So maybe another 500 then, and then in 2028, maybe we pay it off. I mean,
That would be
I'm just
exciting.
Yeah, I'm just
Mhm.
thinking that might be, and then we'd still have, I think, plenty of cash around to do other things too. I mean.
Yeah, like, as long as we leave some cash, we don't have to worry about
Yeah.
it, so.
Yeah,
That's funny you brought that up, because I thought, we've got this money here, it's not good just sitting in
yeah,
we don't get nothing for what's in the checking and stuff, so.
right.
Well, the money is growing. If I heard you correctly, it's like 2 to 3%.
Yeah,
Our mortgage is 4.
4.15.
Mm,
Seems to me we make money by
Yeah, paying down.
Yeah,
paying
do.
it down.
We do.
Turn it down.
Yeah, we're making 4% on that $500,000.
Yeah.
So,
more
again,
go towards the principal after that. So.
yeah. So, I mean, I think it's a fairly conservative approach. I like the sound of it. It keeps us enough money. We'll still grow our cash position in the next year, probably significantly. And then we can do some of these other things that we were kind of kicking around, and we put portables out there, and I think there's some other things, like the next thing, how do we, Jill's thinking about a couple things. So we don't have like a formal proposal for anything else yet, but we will. where we can do some additional stuff too. So
We'll be in a better position to
Yeah.
do those.
Mhm.
yeah, we will.
Yeah,
Well,
I feel good about it.
Okay.
sounds like a good idea to me.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
Let's do
Vote on it, yeah.
let's entertain a motion.
well, I'll make a motion that we take 500,000 and pay down our mortgage this year.
You're our finance guy.
Well, I will
so-
second the motion.
And Hannah seconds it. Those in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
I,
Huh.
Awesome.
There you
Well, thank
go.
you.
Well, you run into all kinds of opposition in this group, don't you?
It's always been.
When-
It's a hard group.
When you propose such sensible things,
That's great.
That's
I'll do it for you.
hey, yeah,
Yeah, no, thank you. Appreciate that. Thanks for the vote.
wonderful. That's great. Well, I think we finished the agenda. Is there a motion to
I will
adjourn?
so move.
And I don't think this requires a second or a vote.
It doesn't even need to be a vote. You can just adjourn. You have all the authority.
I refuse to accept that authority.
That was record
But-
time.
But the fact of the matter is, we're
45
done.
minutes, like.
We're done. Nice going, folks.
Thanks for
Good,
being
thank
here.
you.
Thank
Way to
you.
go.